Well, this is week 3, and this week we explore, the title says Trinitarian Sources. What do I mean by that? Well, I wanted us to spend a little time developing a theological foundation or theological core. And I want to do that out of the tradition. And so we're going to think a little bit about the Trinity in light of our quest to learn about spiritual formation, Christian spiritual formation. So I have you reading 2 sources this week. You've got Evan Howard that you're working through, but these 2 additional sources come from different places. One is a contemporary theologian by the name of Simon Chan. I've invited you to read one chapter from a book he wrote on spiritual theology, where he talks about the Trinity. And so you'll hear that Asian voice speaking into this. And then for another theological frame, I went to Africa. Out of Africa, we find a number of leading voices in early Christianity. Christianity took root in Africa very early on. And one of those leading voices was a man by the name of Athanasius. And so he wrote a little work called On the Incarnation. And I've invited you to read that as well. Now, Athanasius is not asking questions about spiritual formation in particular. He's simply articulating a theology about the core of the Christian faith, particularly in regard to the work that God did and is doing through Jesus Christ. So we're hearing that theological frame, the core of the Christian message being articulated by this early church father as he seeks to find a way to speak meaningfully about the Christian faith in his African context. So I want you to read that along with Simon Chan. And between those 2 voices, then you'll have a writing exercise this week that's explained in the assignment. So as you write that assignment out of your reading, make sure that you demonstrate that you've been reading Simon and that you've also been reading Athanasius. And in so doing, my hope is that you'll be able to articulate for yourself a little more clearly something about the core of the faith as we understand it in the mystery of the Trinity. Have a good week this week. If you've got questions, don't hesitate to drop me an email. Blessings.